Everyone, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for coming to South Elementary. Love having you here. The next few months, we're going to be rotating through different elementary schools, having our meetings at different spaces. We'll put some communication out about that soon. But just to give everyone opportunity to see our schools, we'll have a tour beforehand every month as well, if you would like to come. The principal of each building will do that tour starting at 5:45, right before the meetings. And so we invite you all to come to that. Thanks so much. We have an organizational meeting first before our regular meeting. And so bear with us as we just get through a few things here. Appreciate your patience. We'll start our meeting as we always do with our mission statement. New Philadelphia City Schools will provide all students the opportunity to achieve their highest potential to become educated, self-sufficient, and responsible citizens. We are committed to providing every student a diverse, quality education within a safe and secure environment through a dedicated, innovative, and highly qualified staff in partnership with parents and the community at large. If you'll stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Here.
Mr. Ricklick?
Present.
Ms. Schrock? Here. Ms. Fontana? Here. We have a quorum.
Do you have a recommendation to approve the agenda of the regular Board of Education meeting?
So move.
Do you
Do you have a recommendation to approve the... I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one.
Nation.
Okay, so we did that. All right, okay. So election of officers. Okay, so for president nomination, I will nominate Denver Galentine to be president.
I will second.
Any others? Call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock? Yes. Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Motion carries.
Okay. And with Mr. Galentine being absent this evening, I would like to make a nomination for vice president. I nominate Mrs. Schrock to be vice president.
I'll second.
Any others? Call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock? Abstain? Motion carries.
Okay.
So, thank you.
With Mr. Galentine not being here, Mrs. Schrock, you're up.
Right. I asked Todd to do some fancy choreography with me when we switched here, but he didn't.
No one wants to see that.
That's fine. I kind of did. Okay.
Paid to see that.
Ladies. I would like to make a motion, since Mr. Galentine is not here this evening, to keep committee members all of the same until we are able to schedule a meeting for him to assign us to committees.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Call the roll? Okay. Roll call?
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Motion carries.
All right, next section, resolutions. Has everyone had a chance to review our meeting schedule? Okay.
So we are setting the board meeting dates for 2025 as listed. Establish a service fund for the board at $15,000. Authorize the treasurer to pay all bills as they are presented and transfer within the general fund, and to report the monthly to the Board of Education those bills that were paid. Authorize the treasurer and superintendent to attend professional meetings on travel and school business. Authorize the treasurer to request advance payments of tax revenue from the county auditor. Authorize the treasurer to invest in available inactive and interim funds in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 142, sorry. Designate the Times Reporter as the official newspaper for placing legal ads. Set board compensation at $40 per month for up to 12 meetings per year. Authorize Jeff Williams to serve as the interim superintendent as in the absence of Superintendent Amy Wentworth. Authorize the superintendent to employ substitutes and personnel as needed, such as employment will be presented for board approval at its next meeting. Utilize the legal services of Pebble and Wagner for 2025. Appoint the superintendent as the hearing officer for student discipline matters. Authorize the superintendent to accept resignation. Appoint the superintendent as the representative of the Ohio High School Athletic Association for matters including but not limited to student transfers. Appoint the treasurer in accordance with Ohio Revised Code as the board's official public records designee.
Can I get a motion to approve these resolutions?
So moved. Second.
Call the roll?
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Do I have a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll? Oh, sorry. When you're ready, call the roll.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes,
Motion carries.
we are adjourned. It is 6:37. Let me know when you're ready to start. Ready? Okay, we want to welcome you all again to the regular meeting of the Board of Education. Sorry to be redundant, but we need to start the meeting the same exact way we started the organizational meeting. So I will go ahead and read the mission statement. New Philadelphia City Schools will provide all students the opportunity to achieve their highest potential and become educated, self-sufficient, and responsible citizens. We are committed to providing every student a diverse, quality education within a safe and secure environment through a dedicated, innovative, and highly qualified staff in partnerships with parents and the community at large. If you would stand again for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, South Kid. Yes. Hey. Okay. Yeah, that was awesome. Great. When you're ready, please call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Here.
Mr. Ricklick?
Present.
Mrs. Schrock?
Here.
Ms. Fontana?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Can I get a motion to approve, a recommendation to approve the agenda of the regular Board of Education meeting?
So moved. Second.
Anything to add or delete? Nope. Okay. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Great. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting dated December 9th, 2024, and the special meeting dated December 17th, 2024?
Moved.
Thanks, you owe me a Coke. Yeah. Great. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Schrock?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the highlight of all of our meetings. We are very excited to hear from our building spotlight, and it's South Elementary.
Before we get started, I want to just kind of give you a background. Teachers here at South who've been involved for 2 years now in a project called Advanced Inclusive Principal School Leadership, and Mrs. Swales is one of our members, and Mrs. Leggett is one of our members. There's about 7 of us on that team, and the kids are going to kind of tell you what we have done over the last year and a half as part of this team. So here we are. All right. It is the audience participation, so when you're asked, please participate. Don't leave them hanging.
Good evening, everyone. We are third graders from South Elementary School here tonight to tell you about our Quaker Pride. Our teachers worked together to develop a portrait of a student. These traits are teachers think all students should have in order to be successful. The letters of pride represent the 5 characteristics we have as successful students. We started the first week of school by learning about each word through a book and lesson. Then each Friday for the rest of the year, we do a pride activity so we can continue and know and practice that trait. The first letter is P. We are perseverant. We know that we can work through any challenge and refuse to give up. This helps us achieve our goals. One of our perseverant activities was to put a lifesaver on a gummy worm without using our hands. The next letters are. We are responsible. We show responsibility with our schoolwork each day as well as with our belongings. We are accountable for our learning. One of our responsible activities was taking care of a pet eraser for an entire day. The next letter is I. We are inquisitive. We know that in order to fully understand what we are learning, we must ask questions, make connections, and always want to learn more. One of our inquisitive activities was to make hypotheses on things sinking or floating. The next letter is D. We are determined. We set goals all year long, short term and long term. We know how to work hard and show growth mindset. One of our determined activities is to create a poster about the power of yet. The last letter is E. We are engaged. In order to be successful, we need to be engaged in our learning. We pay attention to our teachers, show interest in the lessons, and follow directions. One of our engaged activities is to take a follow directions test. When we are caught showing Quaker Pride, we get a pride sticker for our sticker tracker sheet and a positive note. Well, after 15 pride stickers were added to the wall of fame and then giving a prize and email home for Mrs. Franks. Tonight, we'd like for you to participate in one of our Friday Pride activities. We're going to work on being responsible and play Simon Says together. Simon Says is a classic game where only commands beginning with Simon Says should be followed. Those who don't follow these rules will be eliminated from the game. What makes this game a great activity for responsibility is that it motivates us to think before acting. It also teaches us that not listening is irresponsible and has certain consequences, such as getting eliminated. Okay, are you ready to play? Please be honest and sit down if you get up and put your best listening ears. Simon says stand up.
Stand up.
Simon says turn around. Simon says put your hands on your head. Simon says put your hands down. Simon says make a silly face. Simon says do a little dance. Okay, that's silly, stop dancing. Simon didn't say. You're responsible and sit down if you stop dancing.
What's up, Kelly?
Let's keep playing. Simon says clap 3 times. Simon says stomp 2 times. Simon says say go Quakers.
Go Quakers!
Simon says sit down. Simon says stand up. Simon says sit down. Please stand up. Did I get ya? Simon didn't say. Thank you for participating in our Pride activity tonight. We hope you like what we're doing at South Elementary and how hard we are working to become great learners. Go Quakers.
Was that? Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
That was great. Mrs. Franz, did you have anything else? Oh, Mr.
Yes.
Williams does? Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, my name is Jeff Williams. I'm the assistant superintendent here in Philly. Yes, I'm aware I'm wearing a little mini tie. If anyone has seen, I think was it Tommy Boy, Chris Farley? Okay. This is a tie we use in our new club. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about a new club we started at South this year. Very excited. Guys with Philly ties. We have some of our boys here. This was born out of Canton. An ex-Ohio State player started Guys with Ties. Dover, I hate to admit that they were the inspiration for us bringing it here, but they started last year, and just seeing pictures on Facebook of how happy their young men were and all that just was inspired me to do it here at Philly. So talked to Mr. Holmes, our principal at East, Mr. Maurer, our principal at York, and said, what do you think? Can we bring this to South? Instantly, yes. Asked Mrs. France, instantly, yes. So this year we started it. We've got 20 young men in 3rd grade, and our goal with them is to make Quaker gentlemen and develop a capacity of leadership in elementary school, where, you know, we've got amazing teachers, but let's be honest, there's a lot less male teachers at our elementary level. So once a month, we get together, we bring in men from the community, administrators, teachers. Mr. Davis is here. He is a Guys with Ties 2-time alumni for us. And we have lunch with the boys, we chat with them, and then we have an activity or a lesson each month. And we're going to talk about that next. So, take it away.
Yeah, so some of the lessons we talked about in our 5 meetings that we've had so far include table manners and how to act in dinner etiquette. Boys, you want to say any of the table manners and dinner etiquette that we've learned this year? You want to shout a few out? Chewing with your mouth closed is a big one. Be a gentleman. Yeah.
Be thankful.
Being thankful for the food that you have. Yes, we're talking with your mouth full. That was a big one. Another one is how to do a proper handshake. And Noah, do you want to model how to do a proper handshake? All right, go ahead. What was some of the things that we saw that made a good handshake? Go ahead. Yeah. Eye contact. Made eye contact with one another. What else? Good grip. Yep. And another part we talk about is how to say nice to see you or some sort of greeting with it. One of the other ones is active listening. And we kind of saw that as part of the South's presentation there about active listening and what makes a good active listener that we've talked about. Making eye contact when they're speaking, and another big one we talked about was waiting to talk until you've heard their topic or their conversation. Very good. And what's another big one we talked about? That was that one big word that we had with it. Gratitude. Yeah, we've talked about gratitude and being thankful. What's one way we've showed thanks at Guys with Ties? What do we do? What do we do each week? We take a picture. Yeah, we take a picture at the end. We take a picture. How do we show thanks to the guests who come see us? Give them a handshake, and we write them thank you letters. We write them thank you letters each week for the guests who come and visit us. Did we miss any? Go big ones.
I think that was it. We reviewed today.
Yeah, today was review day to make sure we had it all very good. And Mr. Holmes is going to talk about some of the guests that we've had and who have had an impact as mentors on our young guys.
Yeah, so Mr. Williams mentioned that a lot of the male administrators, male teachers at the elementary level have been a part of our meetings. In addition to them, we've had some young professionals from Pikes Insurance who've been a big supporter of our program. They've come in, Mason Pikes and Logan Moorhead, who are Philly grads, have come back and been a part of our program. I don't want to miss anybody, so I wrote them down. Mayor Day was here today, Chief Parrish from the fire department. We've also had our board members, male board members, have come to our meetings. Our school resource officers, Officer Demetio and Officer Avon, have been to them. And probably one of my favorite parts about our group is we bring in seniors senior males who are part of the band, football team, soccer team. And I just want to kind of shout out their names: Aiden Matthews, Mitchell Bellman, Jackson Corns, Jackson West, and Mark Proctor have all been down to our Guys with Ties meeting. So it's really cool to see those older senior boys interact with our young third grade boys. So really cool.
It's been a really good program, and we're really excited where this can go. We have plans already for the future to bring these boys back from West next year for one of our luncheons. Next month, we are traveling to Dover to eat lunch with their Guys with Ties. So just hopefully generations of Guys with Ties and like I said, Quaker gentlemen. So anything you boys want to add? You having fun? Put your thumbs up if you're having fun with it. All right. Actually not this shy, trust me. So we're going to have them walk across and we're going to have them shake hands with each of our board members. So go ahead and show them a proper hand. Go ahead. Thank you.
Just walk by. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Thank you.
All right, can we give these boys a round of applause?
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Great program. Mrs. France, go ahead.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to bring students to us tonight so they can share what we've been doing here at South in our Pride program and also with Guys with Ties. I don't think they'd like to leave. There's
One more thing first.
one more thing.
Yes, rope set. All right, perfect. This month is actually School Board Member Recognition Month. So I want to take just a few minutes and acknowledge all of our school members here for their hard work and their leadership. They definitely play a very crucial role in the lives of all of our Quakers. I am thankful to be able to serve on with a school board who consistently makes decisions by using the New Philadelphia City School District mission statement as guiding principles. These 5 individuals are working to ensure that all students will have the opportunity to achieve their highest potential to become educated, self-sufficient, and responsible citizens. Our students benefit every day from the leadership and the vision of our school board. Serving as a school board member is often a challenging and thankless job. It requires the devotion of many hours each week, and the payment is minuscule. However, without the strong leadership of the Board of Education, this district could not function. I would also like to take a moment and specifically acknowledge Mr. Todd McMath, who served as president of the Board of Education for the last 2 years. Your dedication, service, devotion, and time have made a difference for our students and our staff. Thank you for your leadership. Please join me in a round of applause to thank all of our school board members, Todd, Denny, Amanda, Kelly, and Jen. You truly are superheroes.
Thank you very much, Amy. Thank you again to Mrs. France and to all of the staff here at South who opened up your school for us. Your innovation and creativity and what you do in this space never ceases to amaze any of us. So thank you for all that you do for our children. At this time, you are more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. But if you're ready to go home and continue with your evening, now's a good time to escape. Thank you all for coming.
Amy Vane.
That was very sweet.
Oh, very deserved.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Guys ready?
Ready.
All right. We do not have any public participation tonight, so let's have the treasurer's report.
Okay, so in the board folder, you have December financial reports, the key indicator, the cash flow, the check register, the bank reconciliation. All balances are in balance. I'm asking you to approve the 3-year contract with Solid Rock Photos ending in 2028. Approve the Learn Well contract for a special ed student for 5 hours of educational services per week at $51 per hour. Approve a quote from Flickinger Piping for high school boiler makeup water system in the amount of $54.50. Approve the Vincent statement of work for security, software security in the amount of $29,300 for fiscal year 25. Approve the Gardner service proposal to install HW key board displays for each of the high school rooftop units in the amount of $3,550. Approve the invoice with Staley Technologies for security camera at Central Elementary in the amount of $1,297.50. Approve the following donation. UPS donated $100 to our AR program at Central. I have some amended certificate of estimated resources that are changes, amended appropriation changes, and finally, approve the Quaker Corner student activity budget for fiscal year 25.
Do you have a motion to approve the budget or the treasurer's report?
So moved. Second.
Any questions, discussion? Okay. All right, call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Motion carries. The next item has to be voted on singly. It's a resolution determining to proceed with submitting the electors of the school district the single question of the issuance of school improvement bonds in the aggregate principal amount of $72 million and the levy of an additional 1 mil tax to provide funds for the acquisition, construction, enlargement, renovation, and financing of the general permanent improvement pursuant to section 5705.218 of the revised code.
Do you have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second? No. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Julie. Amy, ready?
Personnel, the first items I have as a recommendation for approval are to approve the retirement of 2 longtime staff members in the district. We will certainly miss both Stacy DeBacco, who is currently serving as our K2 literacy teacher, and Barb Ross, who is a speech language pathologist. They are both planning to retire at the end of this school year. I'd like to also ask that you approve the hire of Erica Troyer as a title tutor for York. And Bruce Alexander as a district daily sub at an increased rate to serve at kindergarten at York while that teacher is on long-term leave. Also, Jessica Domingo, who we would like to hire as an EL paraprofessional for East Elementary. She is bilingual and will help with the translation for those students. I have a handful of supplementals I'm asking you to approve. Adding a new substitute teacher to our roles as well as a substitute secretary and aide. And then there are some volunteers, classroom volunteers, volunteers from outside agencies, and a couple athletic volunteers as well.
Do you have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions? No. All right, call the roll, please.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Yes. Motion carries.
Any committee reports?
As always, draw your attention to the Business Advisory Council information through the BSC.
Thank you. Great. Mr. Williams, you ready to?
Okay, before I get into the things to approve, I did leave out, and I was remiss to mention our sponsors for Guys with Ties. Purchasing the ties was easy because we have some great benefactors. Pipes Insurance, Jason Bombeck, Ryan Swales, and Mr. Dave Francis contacted us to contribute to our our club. And we couldn't do it without Mrs. Marshall, the secretary out there. She is helping us run 20 third grade boys since we're not in the building, along with Mrs. France. So I'm asking you to approve QDA and QPA financial reports, and then letter A for me this month, resolution authorizing required third grade assessments in paper. We have to do this each year if we want to test on paper. In talking with Mrs. France, fall test scores were excellent for us for third grade reading. So when I asked her if she wanted to do paper, she cut me off and said yes. And added to that, we are now able to do math on paper as well. So next school year, we will do math in a paper format as well. So
Just for third grade.
just third grade, that's an option we have, and I'm guessing we'll stay with it for a while. So yeah, that's what that is.
Can I get a motion to approve the superintendent's report?
So moved.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mrs. Rock?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Superintendent's report.
I have several items here. Recommend that you would approve them. They all have links in your folders. The first one is to approve the preschool handbook for the 25-26 school year. It's hard to believe, but we are already planning for next school year. Ask that you approve the Welding Middle School handbook for 25-26, the New Philadelphia High School course guide for 25-26, and those changes were listed in your folder as well. Ask that you approve the non-routine field trip to St. Louis, Michigan for the Steel Drum Group. Approve the CCP MOU with Kent State University to allow our students to take College Credit Plus courses with them. And then finally, this serves as the public hearing for the 2025-2026 school year calendar that is being proposed, and that was also linked in your folder.
Can I get a motion to approve the superintendent's report?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion, questions? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yep.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second. No Denver here tonight.
I know.
Yeah.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yep.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana? Motion carries.
Thank
We
you,
are adjourned.
everybody. Good night.